Speaking of the streets, there's so much going on right now. Before we even get into the show, let me give a shout out to Amber Rose. Let me just give her a round of applause. And then let me push this one right here.
Bitch, you trash.
Amber Rose posted this photo on Instagram, and Instagram is on fire. Her and Donald Trump and Melania. What a threesome that would be. Wondering why Amber is now supporting Donald Trump. The question that it's caused online is, can somebody who is openly in support of gay rights, trans rights, women's rights, a champion for women's and their progression movement, be somebody that can stand behind Donald Trump, who clearly doesn't stand for any of that? A lot of you are dragging her online and even digging up the receipts between her and Jocelyn, saying that Jocelyn was right the whole time about her. You're calling her a white woman. You're calling her everything. And some would say she's standing on what she believes. Some of you are saying she's switching sides. I don't know. I posted a photo of her saying, please come back on the show because we have lots of questions, because I'm an opportunist and that's what opportunists do. A lot of you are telling me not to support her, not to bring her on the show. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of comments dragging her, but also there's thousands of you online saying you're voting for Trump. So I'm really confused at social media right now, to the extent that all of this today has driven me to texting the White House saying, where y'all at? Pull up, because Trump is out here pulling up to the culture. And this is the scary thing about co-opting culture that a lot of us don't see, because we don't look behind the veil, is that when people like this pull up for us, we then get a disdain for those that don't. And sometimes we then give loyalty to people we shouldn't because they pulled up, even though them pulling up is they pulled up with a lot of things that are going to hurt our people. Amber clearly doesn't care. When you guys saw the photos, what did you think?
I thought it was the biggest oxymoron I'd ever seen in my life. I love Amber, but it just makes zero sense because she is a person who consistently stands up and defends, women's rights and the protection of women to, have the freedom to live in their truths. And this is all while she's standing next to a man who's currently on trial for paying off a porn star to sway an election, to hide information that could have swayed it in the wrong way. Also a man who claims to grab him by the pussy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Also a man who is right now running on the fact that he was able to take away women's rights through removing Roe versus Wade. So I'm like, her standing next to that man specifically, to me, is crazy.
I went straight to the comments. I saw Vivica A. Fox shading her, talking about girl bye. And yeah, but at least she stands on business. And I feel like that's something to respect.
Yeah, but we have to respect people standing on business that matters. And I'm not sure that this matters to anybody but Amber. I mean, how does anybody else benefit from this? We see how Trump benefits. We want to know how you benefit, Amber. I love Amber. I'm still going to love you. But people are expecting me to counsel her. How can I want to counsel her? It's a free country where people can decide what they want. This is her platform she's using to promote it. I'm using my platform to rebuke her, using her platform to promote that. I have said publicly that I would support here at the show. And Marina, we talked about me interviewing Trump and me interviewing Biden, because at the end of the day, this is a platform where we ask questions. Mm-hmm. And then depending on what they say, that's where the conversation is going to go. Everybody knows what I stand for. I've been very vocal about that. And I wouldn't switch up because Trump pulls up or Biden pulls up. Now, I'll be honest with you. I understand why a lot of you are mad with this administration, but you have to get past what they look like on Instagram. If Biden fell off a bike, if Biden fell asleep, if Biden's son was on drugs, if they found cocaine in the White House, all that happened. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of other stuff that happened too that's really good that you have to go and look at. Yeah, Amber, I really don't understand why you're doing this. Is it for clicks? Is it for clout? Are you promoting something? Are you going to be moderating a debate between Trump and Stormy? I mean, I know you're about slut shaming, not anti-slut shaming and supporting sex workers, but I don't know where you fall in this, given the fact that, as Rob said, there's a sex worker who's basically on trial with Trump right now, who took advantage of her in their situation to keep stuff away from the American people. I know you don't believe in God. Maybe the devil told you to do it. I know you don't believe in the devil. I mean, whatever. This is why you have to have faith, because your faith should be motivating you or driving you to make the right decisions. But you didn't wake up to pray to anybody. You woke up to Trump. And you put the American flag when we saw all the people climbing up the Capitol, which clearly is un-American. That wasn't even the segment, but let's get to Analysis T with Jason Lee.